This episode of Martial Arts in a Meal is brought to you by Martial Arts Complete, complete daily nutrition for martial artists. Hi, I'm Alfred Hsing, film and TV actor, stuntman, martial artist, and 2009 World Wushu Championships gold medalist. In the next few weeks, I will be traveling to a new destination to sit down with a martial arts master to discuss life, food, philosophy, and culture. At the end of every episode, we will learn 3 self-defense techniques from our martial arts master. Welcome to Martial Arts and a Meal. Today we are in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where we're going to meet up with Invicta FC atomweight champion and current number 7 ranked strawweight in the UFC, Michelle Waterson.
Weighing in at 115 pounds, fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, presenting the number 8 ranked strawweight contender in the world, the Karate Hottie, Michelle Waterson.
We're gonna go to a local favorite restaurant of hers called Sticky Rice, where we're gonna have some delicious Laotian and Thai food. And afterwards, she's gonna teach us 3 amazing self-defense techniques. Let's go. All right, good to have you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for coming to Albuquerque.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Well, today we are here with Michelle Waterson, the Karate Hottie, one of the most badass female fighters in the UFC. She's been in Invicta FC. She's fought for many, many years. So what is the life of Michelle Waterson been like lately? Like, what have you been up to?
We've kind of been on just this media tour. So we went to Brazil to watch the ladies fight out there.
Wow.
We traveled out to Thailand and China, actually. It was my first time going to China. And then we went to the Shaolin Temple, and to see the culture of the traditional martial arts. Because I have a background in American freestyle karate, and then I dabbled in Wushu. So I did Wushu for about 3 years.
So you were originally from Colorado, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me about just growing up in Colorado. Also, maybe what was the background of both your parents?
My parents actually met in Germany, and they fell in love, and then they had me. Then he was stationed in Colorado, and then so I was born in Colorado. You know, we grew up in a pretty middle class, home. I wanted to do gymnastics as a younger kid, but my parents couldn't afford it. It's just one of those sports that's like really expensive to do. But there was this community church that had a martial arts program.
Awesome.
And it was something that all 3 of us could do, and it was just down the road, so all 3 of us could walk to class. And it completely took over our lives, and it changed our lives. Yeah,
clearly.
It came into life at the right time because, when you're a young kid, a teen transitioning into adulthood, there are a lot of things that you deal with, and at that age, everything is larger than life, and you really struggle just trying to get through like a day, and martial arts gave me a voice, and it gave me the confidence I needed to get through those years of my life.
Right. And
I remember one instance where I was just really down on myself. I was like a late bloomer. And I remember so many things happening to me, in school, and it was just kind of like one thing after another knocking me down. It was like I was watching all these other girls grow and develop into young ladies, and I was still awkward. And I remember going to karate class and carrying all of that sadness with me into class, and my instructor seeing it. After class was over, he called me over. He pulled me into the bathroom and made me look in the mirror. And he just said, "Michelle, what do you see?" And I started crying, and I said, "I see an ugly, an ugly girl, who can't do anything, and this and that." And I just was beating myself up. And he was like, "I don't see any of that. I see a young lady who's going to grow to become a beautiful woman and a strong, confident, determined young lady."
Yeah.
And he changed my life.
Wow.
For saying those words.
Wow. No, I know. That's a great instructor. Yeah. I guess we're probably getting a little bit hungry. Yeah.
I am.
So okay, this. I always do this right before we order some food. I'm just gonna hit you with some rapid fire questions.
Oh, you're gonna hit me.
Well, I'm not gonna. These questions are gonna hit you. These questions just come out of my mind like randomly,
Okay.
so you just answer on the fly. All right.
Okay.
Favorite color.
Turquoise.
Favorite movie.
Notebook. Braveheart.
Okay. Favorite food.
Thai food.
Nice. Okay. Favorite style of martial arts.
MMA.
Okay. Good answer. Favorite music, style of music, or favorite song.
I've been digging Demi Lovato a lot lately.
Okay. Your interest.
Scrapbook
Okay. Okay. Favorite car.
would be my Toyota Celica. That was like my baby.
Awesome. All right.
Bam.
Let's order some food and yeah, I'm ready to eat.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
You can smell the chicken, can't you?
I know.
All right. Are
Yeah.
you excited?
Oh, dude,
All right.
so
So
excited.
sticky rice. So I like to like dig in with the sticky rice and make kind of like a little ball,
Okay.
and then I'll dip it in my hot sauce.
Oh wow.
And then I'll take a little piece of chicken.
Okay, so we're just going hands in.
Yeah, you
Hands
just,
deep.
you got to get messy, and then we got our napkins right here.
Okay.
You need some. And
Wow.
then
Oh, not even spicy.
Don't lie.
Okay, a little spicy. Whoa.
It was good, huh?
We just had some food. It was good. Thank you for showing me this place. I'm
course.
pretty full now.
It is.
And now we're gonna train.
Sticky rice. Sticky rice gets you full.
You've done so much on my show. You're actually the youngest guest. You know, I had a couple other martial arts masters and sifus, but being the youngest person on my show, and you've already accomplished so much. What's like next in the path for Michelle Waterson?
I want to become the first mom champ for the UFC, and in the future, I want to continue on with my martial arts path. I'd like to continue to teach, whether it's like in a small arena, like private, or even in a big arena where I can utilize technology and the internet and connect with people all across the world and doing seminars across the world. But again, also maybe even getting into action movies and all that fun stuff. I just think that as long as I'm continuing my path in martial arts, I'll be okay wherever it is.
Now you have much more experience from since your first experience. Is there any fear, or what's your mindset like now in the UFC, in the ring?
No, I feel like everybody has it in them. So it's fight or flight, right?
Yeah.
And I think when you step into the octagon, you know what type of fighter you are. The first time I stepped to the octagon and I got cracked in the face, I wasn't like, oh, let me get out of this cage. I was like, wiping the blood off my face, like, let's go, like,
do this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so if you have the mindset of fear, then you've kind of already lost the fight.
Absolutely. It's like you have to believe in yourself first before like anything else can happen. What would you say has been your most challenging fight?
That's kind of hard to say because
You just walk through everyone.
no,
Okay.
I wish that was the case, but when I look back on my career, I would say the fight that I had to go through to get the atom weight belt.
Right.
Because I was such a huge underdog. I was like
Yeah.
a 10-1 underdog. And I wanted to prove to the world that I belonged. I wasn't just a pretty face. I am a true martial artist in every sense of the word. And in getting through that journey, I realized I should be doing all this stuff for myself.
Right.
And I learned that. And it's crazy because it was a rough fight. It was a 5-round fight. And it was back and forth.
Yeah.
And in the third round, she was on top of me and just raining down punches and elbows. She was trying to take my head off. She was trying to split me open, and punches and elbows. And then she got me in an arm bar, and I was on the verge of tapping.
Wow.
And just, in the back of my mind, I'm like, you were not going to tap.
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
not going to tap. And there were a million thoughts going through my mind. And the ref actually told this to my coach after the fight. But he said he'd never heard anybody talk to themselves in a fight. And I didn't even realize that I was talking out loud. But he heard me say, "Don't give up, Michelle."
Wow.
And then I turned the tides and I got out of the armbar. And that was the end of that round.
Wow.
And then the next round, we're going, and I end up on my back again. I'm trying to reverse position so that I can take her back. In that transition, something happens and there's a shift and I see an opening and I have her arm, and so I go for it. And I get her arm and she taps and I won the fight. It was just such an emotional, mental, physical accomplishment for me, and I think so that's what I would say was my hardest fight.
Wow. That is an awesome answer, and it just kind of shows you as like really a true martial artist, like the martial arts spirit, but just like what were some of like the milestones in your life that it set you on a new path, or it put you at a new level?
Getting my black belt in sport karate, then taking the trip out to Thailand to do Muay Thai, having my daughter.
Of course.
Naturally, we had a natural water birth, and so that was a huge accomplishment for me. Being able to come back from that 10 months later was another accomplishment. Winning the atom weight Invicta World Championship, and then getting signed to the UFC.
Awesome.
The next is being the next UFC strawweight champion of the world, and then action movies.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for inviting me to one of your favorite local food spots. I mean, the food was delicious. It was like, loved getting down and dirty with the hands and just eating it, and it was super tasty. Not spicy at all.
Oh yeah, right. We'll see in a couple of hours.
Uh-oh. So speaking of which, so you're gonna show us some awesome martial arts moves, self-defense, just like, teach us some techniques.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go check it out at your gym.
Yeah, let's get going. You can follow me, and I'll take you to the gym.
Awesome, let's
go.
go.
And then we'll go to my house.
I will get this for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I felt silly there.
I know, but I felt cool for a second.
Oh, no, I'm sure you look cool, but I probably didn't. But anyways, here we are at Jackson Wink Academy, home to some of the top UFC champions. And it's also one of the top mixed martial arts training centers in the States and probably in the world. And is also home to Michelle Waterson, where she trains.
Yes, this is my home, and I'd love to show you towards. It's an amazing place. There's no other place like it, so let's head in.
Let's do it.
So this is where all the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears happen.
Man, I know.
Obviously, we got to take our shoes off before we get on the mats. Yep. But I mean, we might as well gear up so I can show you the rest of the gym.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, let's do this. Whoa, that's fast. like a ninja. So all along the walls here are just pictures of our students with their hands raised in victory, and it's nice to have that in training, because when you get knocked down, it's nice to see these pictures as a reminder of why we train so hard. And then right here above us, the Jackson Wink Hall of Fame. Diego Sanchez, Joyce Vizbar, Keith Jardine, Holly Holmes, John Dotson, myself. I mean, that's a huge honor for me to be up on the wall. And then we got two cages. We have so many people here at the gym. This cage here on the right is UFC standard size cage.
That's pretty big.
Of the UFC. Come on in. So this is the actual size of a UFC cage. This is my office. And then we can shadow box bar a little bit. cage work, but it was enough to get your feet wet.
Oh wait, who's that?
That's the karate hottie. Except for I have long hair now, and I'm a higher weight class. All right, so looks like you're ready to train. You gotta get swag
Oh my God, yeah.
So let's grab our gear and hit the road.
Awesome.
All right. Alright, so here's my home gym. Let's get warmed up.
Warm-up with Michelle Waterson, the karate hottie, and let's just jump right into it. She's going to teach us some self-defense techniques and just some mixed martial arts techniques.
I think with self-defense, keeping it simple is key. So for number one, I would say is situational awareness. A lot of times when an attacker is coming at you, our first instinct is to want to run away.
Right.
But that's the most dangerous place that you can put yourself, because here, I don't know what my attacker is doing.
Right.
He can have a gun, he can stab me, he can grab me, he can pull my hair, he can basically take control and do whatever he wants to.
Right.
So if the attack starts here, always in your mind, face your opponent with your hands up.
Great, so step one, face your opponent, keep your hands up.
Got it.
Okay, awesome. So what do you got? What would be number two?
Everybody instinctually wants to punch because that's what we all see is punch. Okay, I'm gonna punch, I'm gonna do it. But our hands aren't meant to punch.
Okay.
You know? We have very sensitive bones in our hands, and the human skull is meant to protect our brain, so it's the hardest bone in our body. So that's how you break hands, especially if you don't know how to punch properly. So I would always recommend to use the elbow. It's sharp, it's effective. You can cut open your attacker, and all they need to do is bleed a little bit into their eye for you to get away. And a lot of people will close their fist because they want to throw the elbow. When you close your fist, it covers up your bone. So if you do this yourself, close your fist and you feel your muscle. Open your hand and now feel. What is that?
Bone.
It's your bone. You want to hit your victim, or your victim.
They become your victim. Like, okay, help! Wow!
You are the victim.
Yeah. You're not a victim, guys.
Elbows, they can come from any angle, literally. So, step one, face your attacker, hands up, you're guarded, your chin's tucked, you're protecting the important stuff, okay? And any angle, it can come from, it can come from the side, it can come down. Any angle, as long as your hands open and you're turning with your hips, it's gonna be effective. It's gonna stun your attacker and give you enough time to get away.
Elbow high five. Bam! So basically, lesson number two, elbows, kind of an added tip. Just keep your hands open, and bam. So, any other tips for us?
The last tip I would say is have a lower center of gravity. If you're high, my attacker could just pick me up and take me and go. So you're gonna open up your stance and drop your butt. And you're here. This is my strong lower gravity, okay? And as you notice, I'm not staggered. If I'm staggered, my attacker can push me over quite easily, you know? How I like to teach it is to take a step out, take a step back, turn, and drop. That's it. Nice, good, strong foundation. You're guarded. I can see everything that's happening. If he's attacking me, I can step back. If he's coming at me, you know?
Dang.
But I'm grounded. But if I freak out and I'm like, oh my God, please, take me away. So in those couple of seconds, you need to be smart and clear-minded. I think those are the most important things.
So basically, step number three, in terms of the self-defense, be mindful of how you stand. Like, this is kind of a weaker stance because you can be taken off balance. So those are three really wonderful tips, and thank you for that. Is there anything, you know, just for the people out there, the real hardcore martial artists, maybe some people, they are a multiple degree black belt. What's a little secret insight that we could get at someone of your high caliber level that we could, you know, maybe a little secret tip or just a little something, something.
A little something.
A little something, yeah.
I really like the question mark kick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is that? I may ask.
So the question mark kick, I think they call it the question mark kick because it does kind of look like a question mark kick. You start in your fighting stance, and we're here, and so I'm going to, throughout the fight, throw this front kick. And a couple of times I want to make sure that I hit it nice and good because they're not going to be threatened by it if you don't land it. When I land it and they feel it, that's when they're going to be like, oh crap, I need to defend that the next time. So what ends up happening is they start to block that kick. Just instinctually, you don't want to get hit there.
No.
Body shots are the worst, you know? So when you go to block that kick, what happens to your guard up top?
Lowered.
Your guard is lowered, you know? And so now you're open for that headshot. So you go bop, a couple times throughout the fight, bop, and this next time you're gonna show it. So my chamber is showing that I'm coming, and he knows I'm gonna throw it because I've done it already a couple times. But instead of coming straight out, I'm gonna bring it up and around and connect right here. So it goes bop, bop, around.
All right, let's see that all the way through.
So bop, bait it.
All right, good night, guys. Thank you for watching. Awesome, thank you so much for teaching us and sharing and having a great meal. It was, yeah, the sticky rice, even the hands was really fun. And yeah, thanks for showing me around your home gym and just all of Albuquerque.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. All right, see ya.
See you later.
All right, guys. You up for some sparring next?
What do you mean?
What, didn't you do the Wushu stuff? Like a Wushu champ, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so let's have some fun with it. Let's play around for a little bit. Light sparring.
Nah, not on your guys' level or anything. It's just like.
It's okay. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be light. We'll just go.
I've done Wushu before. You know, we'll move around.
Yeah, it'd be good to have both you guys in that Wushu style of combat.
Wanna go full Wushu? Let's go.
Alfred, you okay?
No, I'm sleeping still.
Hey, sorry to cut it short. I have to go feed my babies.
Oh yeah, no. Did we train yet or something?
Yeah. All day we've been drinking.
Oh yeah. No, my bad.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have dinner.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're right. I actually gotta head back to LA pretty soon.
You don't want to stay for dinner?
No, I don't want to be.
Are you sure?
I don't want to intrude or anything. No, it was so great.
You didn't even get to spar with Josh.
Oh yeah, maybe next time. But no, thanks so much. And it was great eating and checking out Albuquerque and doing all that fun stuff. And yeah, that was a fun sparring match. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, no, jokes aside, really appreciate it. Thanks for showing me around Albuquerque. The secret rice was amazing. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. It was so fun.
Alright.
Thank
Safe
you.
travels.
Yep, thank you. Alright. Alright, man. Alright, appreciate it. Hey, man, sleep tight.